Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for April 2019. This month, I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm going to start with is Aries. And the first card you have, Aries, is the King of Rods, which very likely could be you, because this would be a fire sign male, could be a female. This would either be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel like you have a lot to do, a lot of business to take care of, and you may feel a little stressed or overwhelmed with tasks and things that you have to do. Just a lot of business to take care of, and whatever that means for you, even if you're not working, you could still have a lot of business you have to handle. And I get the energy like you're going to feel like things are getting thrown at you, one thing after another. Maybe this entire month, maybe not just the middle of this month of April. Some of you may actually feel like you're getting tricked or manipulated into doing something that you didn't want to do. And there's all this pressure. I feel a lot of pressure on you, Aries, like there's like you have to produce, like I have to hurry up, I have to produce, or something you have to complete, or something you have to finish, or maybe you just have a lot of work you have to do. It's like a lot of pressure of work and completion. Like I said, even if you're a non-working Aries, this could be in other areas to do, like with your kids, with your household, with your yard, with things you're working on, in projects you're working on. You may have noticed a dip down in your energy or a decrease in your vitality. So whatever you can do to bring that back, if it's exercise, drinking more water, I don't know, whatever works personally for you, meditation. It comes up to like there's a lot of things that are left dangling or left hanging that are not fully completed. That also comes up. And you may feel like projects are taking too long, or other people, if you have to rely on other people to do work or help you with things or help you with what you need to get done, you may feel like they're taking too long. Or if you're waiting for paperwork or notification or licenses or permits or notices coming to you from other people, permission to do things, you may feel like all of this is just taking entirely too long. That's a big part of the energy that comes up here for you. The next card you have here with the King of Rods is the Hermit. So the Hermit is a spiritual card to me. This would be your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path, showing you the direction to go. You could even be the Hermit where you're taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. You may have this sense, Aries, like, wow, things are finally starting to work out in my favor. Like you may feel like, wow, things are finally starting to fall into place. You're really learning. You've learned and are still learning that if you trust your intuition, it won't steer you wrong. So you may have been really paying a lot of attention to that in this month of April or recently. Because I get you going, yeah, I know my intuition is telling me this or that, and if I follow it, it's not going to steer me wrong. And that is, you know, part of that's your own spirit, your higher self and your spirit guides doing this. You are going to uncover something. Some of you are going to uncover something lost. Could have been a document or a paperwork or something of value. But something gets uncovered, like you find something. Could be an object, like I said, of value, or it could be some important document or paperwork that you need, or that you just forgot about. But there's something that comes to light for you. You know, it's also time for you, Aries, to lay all your cards on the table and not to hold anything back. And this could be like in love, in a love relationship. It could also be if you have to you know, make some talk, like important conversation to your boss, or maybe it's like one of your kids, or it's something else important. Like, it's time to like really lay all your cards out on the table in this month of April. Be very cognizant and pay a lot of attention to your dreams, Aries, because I feel like you're going to be getting answers in your dreams, and your spirit guides are going to be lighting the way in your dreams, giving you messages, signs, telling you, pointing you in the right direction. That all comes up here. You're going to have this really strong sense, Aries, like you are being strongly guided. You are going to pay attention to your intuition, and I feel your drive, like your determination and drive is going to be extremely strong because of all of that. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, could very well be you. You have the Page of Pentacles. And this fell out of the deck when I was shuffling. So this would be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Sometimes pages can be messengers. This one would be a messenger about money. If it's not a messenger, it could be a child to you, or it could be symbolic of you. Adults often come up as pages. I feel like you're kind of concerned that there's certain things that you need to do and take care of, and if you don't do it, then things will fall apart in something, especially if you're dealing with something that has to do with negotiations about a home, or your living space, or even it could have to do with some kind of business deal, or something you're trying to engineer or get going, or something that's already in progress that you're trying to work on, and that you might be having some concerns like it might break apart or fall through. That comes up for some of you. You have really gone out on a limb for people in the past, or you're doing it now. Because I feel Taurus's energy thinking, wow, I've really gone out on a limb for people. And maybe you're needing to call in some favors from some people. That's possible. Like, you know, maybe you helped some people move and now you need them to help you move, or you help somebody get a job and now you need their help with something, because I get like you going out on a limb for people and now you might need to call in some of those favors. You may find yourself, some of you may find yourself going back and forth or struggling a little bit with family members. This could be like, you know, they're seeing things one way, you're seeing things another, or you need them to help you and they're not available, or they're putting you off. But again, I'm going to go back to this one thing that keeps popping up in my mind. I keep seeing a struggle about property. So either you're moving, or maybe you're involved in a property that needs to get, like an estate that needs to get sold. Or there's some like structure and family members aren't agreeing over it. Or it could be some other matter. It doesn't have to be about a house, but that's swirling around like property, house. Now, the card you have that's next to it, that came up with it, is the Hierophant or Hierophant, however you want to pronounce it. This is either a high priest, a pope, could be God, giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also be about higher education and higher learning. There's going to be structures changing and a reorganization and a redevelopment in something going on for you. Either the job where you work, or a business you own, or it could even be in your own environment and household. You're going to be like overseeing it, Taurus, because I feel like you're going to be like, everything has to be done right. So you're going to be, maybe you have some similarities to Virgo, like the sign of Virgo, like wanting things to be organized, wanting things to be in order. You know, I see you doing that. Like, you're overseeing it. You want everything to be done right. And believe me, Taurus, there's something that you are doing or are involved in that you're going to need to hire some people to come in and help you do it, because I feel like you trying to do something that's going on for you. If you try to do it all by yourself, it's going to either take forever, or it's going to be too much in some way. So I feel like there are some people that you're going to have to hire here. Whatever this scenario is that's going on here for you. You do have to be very cautious about who you trust, though. I'm going to give you that warning. Like, even though if you do, like, as much as you can do yourself would be the best, but then you may have to hire other people to help you, but make sure they're people you can 100% trust. Some of you may have a long-term commitment that gets broken off or disconnected, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be like a business partnership. It could also be some like trust fund or some other kind of like connection that was like a long-term agreement that might have had legal documentation to back it up, that something there is going to come to an end. But again, the overwhelming feeling here is not that it is a divorce or a love relationship breaking up. Now, for some of you, it could be, but not for all of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Taurus. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because there's still two cups behind the man that are not overturned. So this can also come up if somebody you're dealing with or involved with, or you yourself could have issues with drinking or alcohol, but not always. That's only comes up sometimes here. You know, either you're feeling too exhausted, like life is giving you too much of is becoming too much of a drain, or you may feel like your finances are going through a drain. And if that's the case, you're going to be thinking about ways that you can, bolster them up, or a way that you could, make more money. You may have gone through a spell this month or recently where you feel like everything I'm doing isn't working. Like, I'm trying to get this going, it didn't work. I'm trying to get that going, it fell apart. And this may be exhausting to you. It could even be things in your home. You might have gone through a real spell of things breaking, not working. I'm recording this on April 13th. We're not even out of the shadow of Mercury in retrograde yet. We're getting almost out of it. So you could have had a lot of, this might have been a Mercury in retrograde that really was a walloper for you. Hopefully not, but I do get like, you feel like you try to do this, it didn't work out. You do that, something broke. This didn't work. That kind of energy. You also may feel like a lot of things are up to you. And your stomach may be churning or be a little bit full of anxiety, because you may feel like you're having a lot of responsibility thrust upon you. Now, if you have your own business, well, then that's a natural, normal thing. This could be coming from your work. But for some of you, I feel it's actually coming from family sources that are making you feel that way. But like I said, if you own your own business, work for somebody else, it could be coming from that. But for many of you, I do feel it's family related. Some of you may feel like you were too choosy about something and you waited too long and you missed an opportunity. Or maybe it's been about dating or getting together with somebody. Maybe you feel like, man, I waited too long. I'm too picky. I was too picky. Or you waited too long about a property or something you wanted to buy. Maybe you're having buyer's remorse. You've got the Four of Swords with it. Now this is meditation, prayer, recuperation from an illness, a meditative state, some kind of pause it could mean. I keep getting stuff about your assets. I've gotten it before in the other card. Some of you may feel like you want to do something about your assets. Maybe you feel like maybe you were out of work for a while and you had to use them, like savings, or you want to do something really big right now, buy a new home, start a business, do something else, launch something, and you need more assets. I don't know. Or you want to sell your house, or get a loan to, refinance or something, or there could be some reason you're really looking at your assets or feeling like they're either gone down and you need them to go up, or that you just want your assets, more assets. You may have problems with your knee also. Your right knee, well, either knee, but to me it looks like it's your right knee. Your knee may be bothering you this month. You're doing a lot of osmosis this month. You're like kind of going through some kind of change. And I feel like it's an internal change in you. I feel like things, you know, it's weird. I'm seeing you like in the chrysalis, like the caterpillar in the chrysalis that's going to turn into the butterfly, and all that interchanging that's going on in that chrysalis people can't see. I get a lot of internal changes going on in you, which will eventually, I don't know if it'll happen for you this month, but it's going to externally change things for you when you, either this month or after this month, because I get like all this internal changing going on. I feel like even some of you Geminis are on the verge of like wanting to do different things with your life. You may be tired of the job you have or the place that you're living or both, or the career that you're in, because I'm getting some of you not only do I pick up internal changes in you, I feel like you want external changes in your life. And this seems to be really weighing heavy on you now, and it could be because Jupiter went into retrograde on April 10th, and it's going to stay that way until August 11th. So you may be reviewing some, you know, good things, but like doing a lot of internal work could be happening for you right now, Gemini. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the Eight of Rods. And the Eight of Rods is news coming to you swiftly, swift or sudden change. Or it could be long distance travel. This could become, and the communication could be coming to you in an email, on the phone, through a text message. It doesn't have to be face-to-face verbal. You're going to do a lot of changing. I feel like changing quite a few things. Some of you may be thinking of moving and or changing things inside of your home. I feel some of you are changing things to do with yourself. I feel some of you Cancers are also going to be applying for a position where you work that you could advance, or you're applying for a position that would be a step up from where you are now, one or the other, like because it feels like a step up position. So it's either where you work now or out of where you're working. So you have all those things that came up here. You're going to also hear notification that things are going to be done differently, or that there's going to be a halt to the way something was running, and then something's getting shifted and changed. It could be at your work, like if there was a protocol of the way things went, now that protocol is going to shift, change, and get altered, and it's going to work in a different way. But it could also be like if let's say you worked at a place and there was a big project and everybody said, okay, this is the project we're doing and this is the way it's working. They may go, stop, we're not doing this project anymore. We're scrapping it. We're doing something else. That comes up too. Now, if you're a non-working Cancer, this could be something going on in your house. If you had like, you know, construction going on and, you know, they said, we're going to build it this way and do that way, or we're going to paint this first and then we're going to put the hardwood floors in and then we're going to put the cabinets in. There may be a halt. The construction crew maybe had to leave. Maybe they're going to do things in a different order. This could even be with who you deal with. If you watch your grandkids, maybe your son or daughter is going to say, okay, we're not going to do it this way anymore. This one's going to go to this school. I'm going to be at home. The schedule's going to shift. There's some kind of shift or change that's going on for you Cancers. You've got the Knight of Pentacles here with it. So this would be either a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you Cancer if you have a rising or moon sign that is an earth sign. You're dealing with this Knight of Pentacles a lot. They're talking to you quite a bit. They may be even giving you insight knowledge and insight. They may feel like they're trying to show you the light. They're trying to show you the way. They may be acting like they're your teacher, your boss, or like, and I don't care who they are to you. Like, even if it's your son or a daughter or a significant other, they still may be trying to act like your teacher or your boss in April for some reason. They may be a love partner to you that's trying to show you, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to, or being very nurturing and caring to you. That's possible for some of you. And they may be looking for something from you. They may be looking for solace, comfort, advice. They could be looking for that from you as well. I see you looking at the Knight of Pentacles like in this month, or maybe even more than that they're unpredictable. I feel like you don't know what to expect from this Knight of Pentacles. And some of you, that could be a good thing, and some of you maybe don't like that feeling. I feel like they're going to be very imploring to you. I want to see you. I want to spend time with you. So some of you, it's love. For some of you, this is somebody that may be saying to you, I need you to come do work. I need you to be there. There's something like needing you, wanting you to do things, but they also may be trying to act like they've got a lot to offer. They want to show you things. They're going to be a teacher or a boss to you and show you the light. So it's a little complex with this Knight of Pentacles. I don't feel it's like real easy, cut and dry. And whenever the people cards come up in a general reading, for a psychic to read it for all the people that are watching, it is a little tricky. So hopefully those messages made sense to you about that Knight of Pentacles. So now on to the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the Magician. And this is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane and in your mind, you can manifest into reality. You know, it's a weird energy here, Leo. First thing I get, like, you may feel like, first of all, I get this really loud noise. I don't know what this means. I'm hearing you're going to hear this really loud noise. And there's going to be something that you're going to feel like it got shifted or derailed or isn't going to work out. But then I feel in the long run, something really great is actually going to come about or happen. So if you see something come down the pike and you're like, oh, I thought this was really going to be great and it was really going to go in a great direction, but then it sort of looked like it kind of like the wheel fell off the cart. Don't worry about that, because there's something that's even better that's getting ready to like come in for you. Some of you Leos, I see, I'm not laughing at you. I just see it so clearly in my head. There could be either a big gathering or a family outing. It's either a family outing and gathering, or it's a big gathering of some other sort. And I see you getting up and you're making a big declaration and a big speech to everyone. I'm not saying it's positive or negative. I just see you doing this. And some kind of presentation you're going to make, or something that you didn't know whether it was going to happen or not, is going to come through and will happen. And for some of you, it could be on TV, radio, on the internet. But for some, and I get, you may have felt stumped by something, but now it's all going to get cleared up. Anything that you were like, I'm stumped by this situation or stumped by this person, you're gonna figure it all out. And I feel like you're gonna make some like big splash, big presentation, be on TV, be on the internet, be on radio, like something is happening here. You're also going to be, don't be surprised, even if you don't do this normally, I see you instructing people. You're going to be teaching people, instructing people how to do something. Now, if that's not part of your normal job, then this is going to be a surprise for you, because I do see it coming up. And it could come up anytime between now and the end of June. But for some of you, this could be a new aspect to your career, your work life. I don't know, that comes up here. Now, the second card you have here is the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods is a card of partnership in business, partnership in romance, or it can be something you're presenting to the world, which makes a lot of sense to me for what they were saying with the Magician card. If you do not do this for a living, I really see you doing it. Training, lecturing, advising people, maybe giving seminars, classes, webinars, that all comes up here. Some of you may even go into partnership with somebody where you do a 50-50 split. That does come up here. And I don't always get that with the Two of Rods card. That's interesting. And that did not feel like love, although it could be. It could be in a love relationship, but it really felt like a partnership. It doesn't even mean business partnership all the time. It could be a specific thing you're doing and you're going to split the proceeds 50-50 with the person that was with you doing whatever this is. So it doesn't have to be an ongoing, all the time partnership. Something that you thought was dried up, dead, not going to work out, gets reignited again. That comes up. Now, what is that for you? Was it a job? Is it a love life? Is it a connection with somebody, a friend or someone, and you thought, yeah, that all dried up. It's going to get reignited and there's going to be life brought into it again. You're going to receive some kind of notification, some kind of paperwork or important documents is also going to be coming to you. And I feel like that could happen anytime between now in the month of April through until the end of July, maybe even to the beginning of August. I get these important documents and papers. You may have to hold your tongue or curtail normally what you would say or do. You may feel a little restricted. Not that you're not going to be able to do what you want and say what you want or make money or be successful in what you want. But I do get this like restrictiveness. You may have to temper what you would normally say. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Leo. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you had, Virgo, is the Lovers card, Lovers. So this could be two people that are intertwined with each other and have an empathic and empathetic connection with each other. You may be really in tune to each other's needs. There's an angel over the couple that could be blessing the couple or causing calamity and problems for the couple from outside sources. This could also indicate like sexual chemistry does not necessarily have to mean that love is involved. I feel that some of you, you're feeling very compassionate towards another human being and you're getting very intertwined or involved with them. It could be even like you being a caretaker to them, but I really do feel like it's love. But for some of you, maybe it's not. It could be some other type of connection. You're going to see yourself mirrored in somebody else. And you're going to be starting to appreciate them more. So this is probably somebody you were already intertwined with or that you know. It's not really coming into me feeling like new love or a new person. It doesn't feel that way. And like working out together or working out things more, figuring things out more, like all of that energy comes up here. So I really feel like you may take a trip with this person. You may be working out details of like things you want to do or things you need to do together more. Again, for some of you, this is love. It really does feel like a love romance for some of you, but for some of you, it's not. For some of you, you're working out some other kind of deal or arrangement here. And I really do feel like many of you, even if you're already coupled, your love life is really starting to blossom and bloom and become more expansive and more interesting. Even if you've been with this person for a long time, doesn't just, that sounds like new love. And for some of you, it could be new love. But for some of you, this is like almost like a reigniting or a rebirth of love or feelings for somebody you've known for a long time. Now, for some of you, it could be new love. Like if you're single and you're like, I don't know, I don't have anybody in my life like that right now. Well, they may be getting ready to show up. You got the King of Cups here with it. The King of Cups is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be a female. And this could also be you, Virgo, if you have a water sign as your rising sign or moon sign. There's really strong attraction here. Your feelings are growing deeper. There's something happening here. I really feel like it's love. If you're single, I'm not sure what to say, then they may be coming in for you. This is somebody that really enjoys your company. They enjoy spending time with you. This is somebody that really looks at you like, feels like you belong together, belong to spending time together, or, you know, being married to, or living together like a marriage. That energy all comes up from the King of Cups. I'm going to tell you, like, be prepared, because this person wants a lot of your attention and energy, which you may be totally fine with. I'm not saying you're going to be like, I don't want that. But, you know, you have to be forewarned that, you know, be prepared. If this is somebody new coming in, or if you're already intertwined with them, they're going to really be wanting more of your, like, you guys to be together, spend a lot of time together. They're going to want a lot of time and attention from you. It's almost like, I feel like it's going to sound so hokey, but it's what I'm getting. I feel like the King of Cups is looking at this almost like an Anthony and Cleopatra situation. Like looking at, holding you up on some kind of like exotic, wonderful pedestal. So I don't know. You have to ponder that one. That was a little surprising to me there. But I'm going to warn you too. I feel that this King of Cups may be a little bit stubborn, could be a little bit controlling, and probably likes to have some things roll their way. So you may experience that. Like, oh, you know, you could be really into this King of Cups person and you're fine, like, yeah, okay, but, you know, they're a little bit controlling and they want things their way a little bit too much. So you'll have to see how this plays out for you, Virgo. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is financial abundance and financial blessings coming to you from the divine source. It can also indicate financial stability of some sort. You're going to be wanting to go through and review a lot of your finances. I see you looking at, like, where is the money trail? Where is it going? Like, you're going to be paying attention to, you know, who you're paying money to, or I also see you investigating, like going through your bills, your receipts, your credit card statements. Now, for some of you, you may be doing it because you just feel like it's gotten complicated, like your finances have gotten complicated, or they've kind of gotten a little out of hand. Maybe you didn't feel like you were focusing or paying attention enough on them, like where things are going. Maybe you're thinking of even making a budget of some sort. Because I get like financial abundance around you, but I also get these twists and turns of your finances and having to look at them and analyze them. Some of you are going to receive some kind of money. It could even be like a notification coming to you. Maybe it's income tax return money coming, or some kind of account that is getting rectified or closed out, or has income in it that has to come to you that for some reason was withheld or you didn't get when you were supposed to. So there could have been a delay that came with getting this money. Some of you are going to be really studying and analyzing and really researching about some things that you want to do with money. So if you were thinking of starting a business, You may be really analyzing that business now, really digging into the ins and outs of the financial aspects of it. Or if there's some kind of retirement fund you wanted to put your money in, or some other kind of investments, even an investment property. I see you like analyzing, studying, and researching things to do with money, that you're going to do with money or want to. Some of you are kind of also strategizing, because I feel that you have some kind of plan or something you want to do with money that you're thinking about. Like, so you're planning and strategizing, like almost like a new business, or how to get something up and off the ground and running. That comes up here. You have the King of Cups with it, and the King of Cups is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be your rising or moon sign, also Libra, if you have a water sign as your rising sign or moon sign. Some of you, this King of Cups is like getting into the details of this stuff with you and helping you look at it, analyze it, and figure it out, getting it in order. They could be like an accountant. They could be a forensic attorney. If you need a forensic attorney to start looking through accounts of something you have in question. This could also be somebody that's helping you, like an accountant, prepare your taxes or set up some kind of trust funds. Or if you're having financial difficulty, they could be helping you figure it out and sort it all out and get it in order, get it organized. That comes up. Like, they're definitely helping here, or are somehow involved with your money. They may even kind of feel like they want to teach you something about money, educate you, teach you about it. If you wanted to, if your work involves investing or financial aspects are in your job, this could be somebody that's at your job that's like, you need to learn more about this aspect of the financial end of the business. Or maybe you want to be a stockbroker, or you want to get into, like, investing for people, be in an investment firm. This would be somebody that wants to teach you or educate you or train you about it. But I'm going to warn you here. For some of you Libras, this King of Cups is someone you're suspicious about money. And you may feel like you may be looking at your money because you don't trust what they did with it. Like, what did the King of Cups do? Like, where's this money missing or going? Now, that's not going to be the case for all of you, but that does come up here for some of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have, Scorpio, is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes giving money generously and freely to others. It could be receiving generosity and charity from others. It could also be the balance of give and take. And sometimes it means financial success. I do feel you're going to have an abundance of cash flow coming to you. And some of you, it could even come in like a big lump sum of money. Like, you could be receiving an inheritance or a big bonus or commissions check or an advance on something that you do for work, or, something that you are creating, getting some kind of financial advance. Some of you really, the money that you have coming into you, that looks pretty good. I see some of you, yes, I do see you spending it a little bit, but most of you, I see you having real plans for it and will be giving generously to someone. Now, some of you are going to be giving money to, like, a child to go away to college, or that they need it and they're away, or a child that needs it, to put a down payment on a house. Now, some of you are going to be giving it to, you could even be giving it to your grandkids, your siblings, especially if they're younger. But I also feel that some of you will be giving some of this money. If you don't have somebody in your life or in your family you want to give it to, you're going to be giving it to a a charity. Not all of it. I see you doing this with some of it. If you have your own business or are starting one, I see you having to buy a lot of equipment, ingredients, whatever it is you need for your business. I see you making these kind of purchases, whatever the materials are that you're going to need. That comes up here of what I feel some of you will be doing with this money. Financial planning is really advised for many of you because some kind of overspending could come around and bite you in the butt. And the guides are talking about you may want to have get some advice or get involved in, financial planning. Those of you that especially those of you that have your own business or are starting one. Your second card is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is being tired and exhausted from your hard work and efforts, but gaining financial gain from your hard work and efforts. So it's good. You have 2 money cards here. I do feel that some of you Scorpios are going to be looking at your money like you need your money to work harder for you. So any money you do, any financial gain you do have, I feel that you're going to be looking into how you can expand it, how it can grow, how you can invest it, what you could do with it. This could be like buying a property and renting it out. It could be buying stocks or bonds or putting money in a 401k. I don't know. I just, or some kind of IRA. I see you looking at, wanting to have your money grow. That comes up here too. And work for you, your money working for you. Some of you, there could be a business deal at your place of business, that a transaction that happens, and when it goes through, you get, you benefit from that transaction going through. That comes up here also. I feel like you have some real finances paying off for you in a big way this year. This looks like a financially successful year for you. But I'm going to warn you, if you're listening to this and you're like, none of this financial stuff makes any sense to me, then you need to watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because it's really coming up here strongly, and it's 2 money cards for sure. And I'm not getting them in a negative sense, really. I'm not. It's positive, like you're going to be doing well with money. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Page of Pentacles. And this would be an earth sign person. This would either be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. That would be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be you, Sagittarius, if your rising sign or moon sign is an earth sign. You've got some kind of concern or worriment for some of you over this Page of Pentacles, because they look to me like they're feeling a little down, sad. They may, maybe because, like, I'm picking up the energy of feeling cut off from something, or let go, or abandonment. So they may have gotten fired from a job, or if they were on a sports team, maybe they got kicked off the team. Or if they were in a love relationship, or had they were dating someone, it may have broken up. So I get them like they're kind of in like a needy feeling right now. Like I feel like they're looking to you for some kind of shoulder to lean on, or for guidance, or maybe for some kind of help. And it's I feel like you've given it to them in the past. So they're looking for it again from you. And for some of you, it could even be financial help that they're looking for. They may seem to you like they're a little scattered or all over the place, or if they're maybe a little bit out of control. They may feel like you may feel like they're not on the right path, or they may feel like that, like I need to get on the right path. I'm off my path, or I'm scattered. This Page of Pentacles has a lot of things going on with them. And the reason they're showing up here in your reading is because you're strongly connected to them somehow. I don't feel like this is a random person. Some of them are having some kind of trouble deciding something about what to choose, maybe what school to attend, or what job to pick, or what to go for, like something. Like they're having trouble in some way with that. They also may feel like there was something that they got, like they wanted to go forward and progress in, but it got like stopped or blocked for them. Now the card that's with it is the Four of Cups. And this is ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, spinning your wheels in your mind, worrying about the past. And some kind of blessing or opportunity is going to come in out of the blue, maybe unexpectedly, possibly. You may feel like you are spinning your wheels, Sagittarius, and I feel like you're kind of like worried about some things that you feel like things are hanging in some kind of balance for you. And it could have to do with the Page of Pentacles. You may feel like you want to expand something you're doing, or grow something bigger, learn more, expand what you're doing. Some of you may be focusing on that, like thinking about that you want to do that. I see you feeling like I have to put all my efforts into this, and I can't let it falter. So I feel there's something you're really, it could be the Page of Pentacles, but I feel it could even be to do with your work, like, or something you're doing with that you want to get started, or a business you own, or somewhere you work, or something personally very important to you that you want to get going. You may feel like you're spinning your wheels. You want a bigger payoff than what you're getting. You may feel like you're working really hard or knocking yourself out in some way, and that you may be feeling like you need to get more bang for your buck, more for all your effort that you're putting into it. Soon I feel like you're going to receive notification in the mail that some big event or something that's going to be important to you is going to be occurring. It's so wide out there. I can't, maybe it's a wedding invitation. Maybe it's a court case coming up. Maybe it's a finalization of a settlement of a will, and you're going to find out like, hey, or you know, what you got, or it's some other important document. Maybe you've been waiting for, working papers or some kind of visa. I don't know what it's going to be for you, but I get some kind of important thing coming at you. And I feel like this could happen anytime between now and the end of August. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now onto the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have, Capricorn, is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is giving money generously and freely to others. It could be the balance of give and take. You could be receiving generosity or charity from something else or from others. This can also indicate sometimes financial success. I do feel that some of you are going to be receiving some kind of opportunity to advance or develop something that you're already working on. And this is going to, you're going to benefit from it. It could even be something happening at a place where you work, where something is getting expanded, upgraded, like maybe two companies joining together, or the company is getting more products, more services, expanding in some way, more places, and this is going to somehow benefit you. Some of you, this could be some kind of opportunity that's not coming to you through the place where you work. It could be a side thing that is coming in and saying, hey, do you want to do this for, 5 days or a month, and you'll make this extra money or something like that. Like I get that kind of opportunity around some of you too. If you have a job where you needed to get some kind of grant or special money to come to you to be able to do something further at your job, like, you know, I don't know how else to explain that. I feel that that money is going to come through for you between now and the end of July. And money may come to you that like comes from like maybe kind of funneled to you from another source. I don't know how else to explain this because I'm seeing it come down a channel and this money is coming, but it's not like, in other words, I don't feel, my dog is really snoring hard if you hear those noises in the background. I feel like the money coming to you could be coming through some unusual channel or not through the normal channels you would expect to get the money. Now you have, you know, normally at your normal everyday world, you've got the Eight of Pentacles with it. So the Eight of Pentacles is the card of the apprentice. This is learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business. This is, even if you're not doing any of that, it's still financial gain coming to you somehow. I do feel lots of cash is coming to you, and something that was held up that you were waiting to come through for you, it's going to come through. The money is going to come in. I see you may have felt like there was too many roadblocks and stumbling blocks in the recent past that was preventing you from like really getting something set up and in place and organized and going. And I feel some of you, it's now, you're going to be like, things are getting in order, things are falling into place, you're getting the systems, all systems are go, things are getting in alignment, and then it's going to move forward, and then you're going to have this money come to you. So that also comes up here with this card. If you start your own business or you have your own business or you have a business and you're expanding it, there from another country, there's money coming to you. So if you're not involved in that yet, some of you Capricorns, or if it's not another country, it could be at a very great distance. Money is going to be coming to you through that. Like, so your business or the company you work for, it's going to have connections to far away. If it hasn't had them yet, it's going to, and this is going to be bringing more money to you as well. I feel like many of you are going to really feel like you hit the jackpot or the lottery. I do. I also see for some of you Capricorns, money really coming in like in a regular increment, That's also going to come up too. But that's, I know that you say, well, that's how a salary comes in. But no, this is something else. It's not a salary. It's like in addition to regular money you would make. And if you're a non-working Capricorn, it's definitely not a salary. It's coming to you, but I see money coming in increments as well. I don't know. You've got a lot of money this month. You've got a lot of money this month, Capricorn. I don't know what to tell you, but good for you. And that's good news for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have of the two cards you got, Aquarius, is the Devil card. And this is a card of addictions. You could have an addiction to something, or it could be you are bound or trapped to an addictive relationship. You could be in a relationship addiction, or your significant other could have some kind of addiction. You could also be trapped and bound to an unhealthy situation also. There's some things that are trying to like master you. And you need to let go of some things from your life that are kind of chaining you and binding for you. One of the things you need to let go of, Aquarius, is you're really fixated on certain ideas or ideals. And in some cases, it's like something that's eating you up, that you keep going over and over in your head. And you really need to let it go, or it is... Because it's for some of you, it could be some other kind of addiction. But for many of you, I feel like it's an addiction to a thought or an idea or something that just, it's like plaguing you. It is like the devil on your shoulder. And it's kind of eroding you and influencing you, even though you think it's not. And the thing you need to be careful with this, Aquarius, is because anything you do like that, it's going to affect you internally and your health. Eventually, it may not happen right away. Some things can happen right away, but you don't want to have ill health because of being addicted to an idea or a thought about something. That's kind of eroding your spirit, I feel, for some of you. I do feel some of you Aquarians are kind of challenged. And for some of you, this is by, I'm going to call it dark forces around you, but it could be, that doesn't necessarily mean they're in the unseen world. This could be dark forces of like a negative boss, a negative person in your life, like that you have to deal with on a regular basis, or you're still connected to them or intertwined with them in some way. And it's like, they're the dark force. Only you, Aquarius, that are listening is going to know who or what this dark force is that's like around you, eroding your spirit. But part of you, if you go back and listen to what I said in the beginning, is like, are they literally doing it, or are you allowing them to do it by your thoughts and letting it like spin? That's, you know, Aquarians have that mind like the clock that wants to tick, 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 and like, you know, it keeps going and going. So you know how that can affect you. The second card you have that came up here is the King of Pentacles. So this would be an earth sign person. This would either be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Now, for some of you, this might be you if your rising or moon sign is a earth sign. There's something here that's bothering you in regard to this King of Pentacles. And in some ways, some of you might know exactly what it is, and some of you might not be able to put your finger on it. You may feel like they're treating you this way, they're treating you that way. You may feel misunderstood by them, or they may be feeling that way about you. This is somebody that feels stubborn and controlling, and I feel like they like to see strict adherence to things going their way. So for some of you, this King of Pentacles may very well be connected to the Devil card. Only you are going to know that. Sometimes these two cards in the mid-month updates are intertwined, and sometimes they're not. It's like there's something they need you to do. There's something they want you to do. You may feel challenged by them in some way, or they may be, it's like a weird, this happens once in a while in the readings, Aquarius. It does happen. Sometimes there's a mirror here, and like what one says, the other is kind of feeling the same way. For some of you, it would apply here with this King of Pentacles. They may have a deep-seated need to be in your life. They may feel like they don't care whether they're in your life in a negative way or in a positive way. This could be karma. Maybe that's why I'm picking it up this way. This could be a karmic connection. And you know what? This could even apply to a boss or a coworker. This does not even just have to be a family member to you or a significant other. It could even go out that far, but it's karma here for sure. I feel like they kind of are like hungry for attention and craving attention. Again, like I'll say it again, I don't feel like they care whether they're getting positive attention or negative attention. It doesn't matter to them. You may feel like they want too much of your time, space, energy, money, or they're renting too much space in your head. And that's why the Devil card showed up here. You really have to think about this, Aquarius. It was a tricky one. It's always trickier when people cards show up in the reading. It always is, because it can mean many different people. Lots of people watch these readings. So, you know, it could be, that could be a family member to you. It could have been a love to you. It could have been somebody at work. It's all over the board when it's only two cards for so many people. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have, Pisces, is very likely you, is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is a water sign person. This is either a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be an adult, It could be a child. If it's not anybody you know, it could be a messenger coming in about love and emotions. I get like Pisces have to factor in so many things that they need to look at, think about, analyze, or do. I'm getting like factoring in many things comes in for April. Some of you are going to receive notification that you got hired for a job. It could even be a one-shot job. Doesn't mean it's a regular job, you know, continuing every, you know, on a regular basis. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you in that way. Some of you have some big career moves that are going to happen. And some of you could get recognized by like a scout, a talent scout, like a coach scout, you know, a scout for a sports team, a scout for, you know, entertainment industry. Or it could even be somebody that just scouts out like talent of what field you're in, and they may be like, hey, we, you know, like, don't think that people don't steal people away from other companies. They do. So you've got like, you could be recognized, noticed, hired for something. A scout or like talent agent, scout for a sporting team could recognize you and want to, you know, get you on board. This really feels like, you know, April, maybe going out to the end of July is like a hugely promising and prominent time for you, like with big advancements. If you've written anything, you could get it could get published, or like a movie could be made out of it. A movie could be made out of it, a book, they could publish the book, it could be a blog, it could be a magazine, it's something you write, if you're a writer in any way, could really get out there into the world. Now, you have the Magician card that came up with this Page of Cups, and this is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you can manifest into physical reality, and you'll have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. You're like right on target, right on the ball in April and going forward. I really feel like you're receiving some kind of notification of something that's a pretty big deal for you, Pisces, between now and the end of July. There's like creativity around it. There's like things might seem hip or new connected to it, like a hip new beat, creativity's around it. Could be because you're going to be doing it, or the place is, or the company is, or what you're making or doing is. Like, I know those words, hip new beat. I don't know what to tell you. That's what my guide said. I didn't make that up. So that may not make sense to you, but that's what comes up here. If you're single, Pisces, if you're single, you're going to be falling hard for somebody soon. And there's going to be a relationship growing and developing out of it. You're going to be like, you're going to have the stick of power and control in your hand, Pisces, and you're going to be like, yeah, look at me, woohoo, it's going my way. Like, I don't know, that's what I see in my mind. I feel like you've got practicality here mixed in with it, but I feel like you're getting ready to do something that's new and pretty big. Some of you may be even getting some kind of addition coming into your family, and it could be a new pet. It could be a child being born into your family. It could also be like if you have children, they could be getting engaged, and now you're going to have a son-in-law or a daughter-in-law coming into your family, but somebody new coming into your family in some size, shape, or form. And like I said, it could even be a pet. You know, there's loads of pet lovers out there. It could be that also. Some of you, man, you're going to have sweet nothings being whispered into your ear, or you're going to be doing it to somebody. So some of you, and if you're already coupled, then you could just be extra amorous with your sweetheart, you know, with your significant other, with your love in April and going forward. But for some of you, it's new. And if you don't see it happen in April, it could really happen anytime, May, June, July. I don't know how far out it would go. They kind of stop there. It could go past it for some of you. But I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thanks for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you subscribe if you would like to get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And I also want to say, if you're interested in getting the special videos I've recorded, I have 3 links below in the Show More section, also called the description area. I've recently recorded past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen Tarot deck, which is a very powerful deck and gives very different, unique messages, kind of more on a soul and emotional level in some regards. There are predictions in those, and you can get those. That's in the link below, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos. The other link is for the Jupiter in retrograde psychic tarot and crystal reading, which were they were really quick to the point. I'd never used that deck before, so I got a really interesting reaction from my guides from that deck. And using the Jane Lyle Renaissance Tarot deck with the crystal for Jupiter in retrograde, which goes from April 10th through until the 11th of August. So if you want to see how that time period is going to be affecting you, you can check those out for your sign. And the other link also below the video is for the psychic crystal readings for the month of April 2019, where I use my crystal and I listen to the messages and predictions my spirit guides have for you for your particular sign of the zodiac. And you can access them by clicking on the other link below this video. And all my videos are available on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the different video series I've recorded, which is over 1,300 videos now on Vimeo. I started the ball rolling on Vimeo back in August of 2015. And I have, like I said, I do all these specialized videos on specialized topics, different planetary transits, and also career, finance, love, different kinds of layouts, past, present, and future, spirit animal messages. They're all on there. All you have to do is go to the heading you want, click on your sign, and it will take you to the video on Vimeo. And if you would like to get predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to get here on YouTube, you can follow me on Facebook at The Lucky Mermaid LLC and at The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on Instagram at it's The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. So if you want to check those out, and please don't forget to watch the episodes every other month that I'm doing this year for the Psychic Pastry Chef, where I'll give you psychic predictions and messages, show you how to make a dessert, cake, or pastry of some sort, and decorate it. So be sure to be on the lookout for those videos of the Psychic Pastry Chef. So I hope that you have absolutely amazing rest of this month of April, and happy birthday to all the Aries babies out there. Happy, happy birthday to you all. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.